Well, we're still on our way up to the Evanston Train Show.
This is always fun.
Yeah, we just did kind of a little preview. We got everybody caught up with the work at the Roundhouse on Tuesday.
Right.
This is the actual train show.
Oh, this is the fun one.
And it's such an amazing train show. I think between this one and Ogden, I'd have a hard time picking which one I like the most.
I look forward to both of them all year long.
One of the things I like about this one is just the fun drive up here.
Right, I love going up to Evanston. It was my home away from home for years.
And this is just such a beautiful, beautiful drive. Now, as we mentioned on Tuesday, they've been restoring the Roundhouse here now for, I don't know, 15 years or something.
Somewhere close to that.
Here's a link to that show so you can kind of get caught up on the work that they've been doing here. But they have a train show here once a year, and we always try to make it. We showed up real early this time because we wanted to talk to everybody while they were setting up.
Right, this is one side of a train show you don't get to see is the setup part, and man, I'm impressed.
It is so much work. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I see a missionary badge.
Yes, sir.
Are you a missionary now?
I am.
Excellent.
I'm a service missionary.
Sweet. That's excellent.
Yeah, so
We all appreciate your service.
Thank you. Yeah, I serve in the Orem, Utah mission, and yeah, one of the things it allows me to do is I get to come and serve all over the place.
That's excellent. That's so wonderful.
Are you from Toyman Television?
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
Yes, so we thought we'd come and get the setup.
Awesome.
I don't think a lot of people appreciate what it takes to set one of these things up.
It's a lot of work.
Well, another thing that blows my mind is you see people rolling in with their trailers and their vehicles and unloading.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody really realizes what people put into
How
this.
much you have to put into one of those trailers?
At just the expense of, the trailer, the racks inside the
Everything just getting
trailers,
out here, yeah.
travel expenses. Good.
It's all for fun.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Searching for happiness. There's a whole elaborate process in hooking all of these modules together. This is the Wasatch N scalers. And you can kind of see what the process is here, bringing the modules together, and then you got to align them very carefully so that the tracks line up and that you get everything level, of course. And then everything is held together with clamps. And then once you have everything in alignment, you have to put little tiny track sections in there.
Wow, I see. I never knew that. You just attend a train show and it's up and running.
So you've got to put in some track pieces. Who puts all the track pieces in and assembles all this?
Any one of us, I guess.
Any one of them?
Whoever feels capable of doing so.
Because it looks like there's some earthquake problems or it's in need of alignment.
Yeah, well, suddenly we did.
So how many modules you got this year?
Well, we're 33 by 30. So, I don't know, we don't count modules, we just wait.
Count the size, yeah. It's a big footprint this year. Sweet! I don't think I've seen this
No,
module.
this is brand new.
Yeah.
Well, it gets going, they've got Loch Ness Monster moving around in here.
So whose module's this?
This is Paul's.
Hi, how you doing? So this is your module. I love it.
Three of these, as you
Wow.
can tell by the scenery.
Yeah. Green boiler jacket.
It is
Nice.
Nevada Northern 81.
Nice.
I love it.
Oh.
So what'd you make that out of?
So it was originally an MTH Rail King 280. And Pro 3 took about a year to make. I did an on-off project, worked on it for a couple months, put it in the tote for a couple months. Get it back out, work on it a little bit more, and then it debuted in Spanish Fork in 2024. Or not 2024, 25.
25.
So last show, this was debuted.
Sweet. So you're running it here today,
Oh yeah,
as soon as you're set up.
yeah. And if you
Oh,
look,
at the
we got a
back end.
detailed interior.
Nice. Is that you at the controls?
No, I wish. We got.
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
I installed it with KD couplers.
of course.
I do ultra realistic, and it smokes amazing.
Nice.
And then later tonight, you guys will see a weathered big boy from my collection too.
Oh sweet.
So I'm a huge weathering guy, and all my cars in my tote are all weathered, and you'll see them on the big boy and all that.
Oh sweet.
Yeah.
I love weathering.
Oh,
It's my
I love
favorite
it.
thing to do.
especially with the airbrush.
Yeah.
And I just keep adding on to it. I mean, more and more as I go. As I see another detail in 81,
Yeah.
I'll get it out the crate and work on it again. So it will never really leave the workbench.
Sweet.
It'll just keep going and going.
There's a couple of these different groups that do the 3-rail YNL. And the Utah Train Collectors Association, they like to go for scale accuracy.
Right.
They don't want too much of a toy train look, although you can say they're not offended by that.
Well, I like this train. That was just cool.
It's just fun. And then there are other groups that only want to run the antique Lionel stuff. And they're not offended by the toy look at all. That's what they love to do is toy trains. So this is another group setting up N-scale modules. This is Over Tintican Western.
Oh, one of my favorites.
And notice that they use like table legs.
Right, and that's handy.
That's very handy. And in the other room, the Lego people.
Oh, wow. I think I missed that one for some reason.
They always set up back here kind of in a little private room.
Oh.
But Lego's really become a thing. I mean, they've always done Lego trains along with regular Legos, but now that's become a whole part of the model railroading hobby is Lego trains.
It's sure a lot of fun.
This is really fascinating.
Right. I've been fascinated by this setup here for quite some time.
I've been wanting to pick this guy's brain, but he bought this system from Broadway Limited, and it's a lightning storm.
Yes, and clouds, no less.
He's kind of augmented it and fixed it and made it his own, but it's really a neat effect. Looks great.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, you know.
So you've got a clear piece then holding the clouds.
Yeah, I got.
You set the LEDs on top of the clear plastic.
Yeah, it's just put them up there.
Oh, I see
I
it.
should get some suction cups or something, do a little bit better. But it just I just put them there, kind of tape them in place, and if I had clear suction cups, I think it would work out a little
That
bit
is
better.
the neatest looking effect when it's running.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty cool once it gets going. I've got 3 of these on the home layout, and when you get a couple of LEDs in a single cloud, it flashes all over. So it works pretty cool. But you get 2 different LED strips in there, it just starts flashing at different times, so it looks really nice.
That is cool.
Yeah, we've noticed on this one when it's going like back and forth.
Yeah.
Is there a way to synchronize that with thunder, do you think?
Oh, well, that's what it does. The whole system does.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. You have a manual setting where you can just press the button, it'll boom, and the lightning will flash. And if you don't do nothing, it automatically does it. It goes through a cycle. About every couple of minutes, it'll go through a storm where you hear the rain and the wind start, and then it starts to flash and lightning, and it looks pretty cool.
That is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I got 3 of these at the home layout. I put one in each corner and then one somewhere else, and it's all random. And when the randomness comes together, and they're all flashing at the same time. It's pretty impressive.
That is awesome.
This is in the actual Roundhouse before we were in the machine shop. And these guys, a lot of dealers over here and a few model railroads, but this is all being set up in the actual Roundhouse.
Right. You can tell a little bit just by looking at the hallway configuration.
Yeah, you peer out the window and say, oh, I forgot, we're in a Roundhouse.
Yes.
That would explain why the walls are curved. I guess one of the reasons it's easy to forget that you're in a roundhouse is because they've done such a first-class job of fixing it up in here. It's try to imagine what it looked like when there were actually steam locomotives in here.
Right, there's pictures, and they have those historic pictures hung up right over there.
It probably would have been a bit dirtier in here at the time.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite hallways to walk down because of the historical significance.
And they've got some artifacts set up in here. This is kind of a museum.
Right.
But the whole building, when you get right down to it, is a combination event space and museum.
Right.
So this is what the Roundhouse looked like when it was in full operation.
Isn't that neat?
And for the most part, everything you see in this picture is still here, except like the coaling tower and the water tower, and pretty much everything else is still here. This is the original Roundhouse, keeping in mind this was part of the Transcontinental Railroad.
Right.
And all of this facility was built in like 1868. And then as the locomotives got bigger and more powerful, the facility was torn down and rebuilt and then enlarged, and the stalls extended to fit bigger and bigger engines, and well, it just got changed a great deal.
Right.
It got changed a great deal right up to the point where it finally became a convention center.
Still under change.
There were, I think more than 2,000 people working here at one time.
Oh, at least.
And keeping in mind that this has always been one of America's busiest main lines coming through here, still is.
Yes.
It's just that they've bypassed this as an engine facility. But I love to look at this picture and just imagine all of these different people who worked here, stories of their lives, who these people were.
Right. So this is engine 4420 under current restoration.
It was always the shop switcher, yard switcher here in Evenston.
Right.
And so it's well connected to Evanston, and when it was retired in, I think, 1959, they put it in front of the courthouse, and then they moved it over to the school.
Yeah.
And then they moved it over here to restore it.
I'm glad they did.
And it was shopped just barely before it was retired, and so it's just in absolutely perfect condition. They're doing a bang-up job of restoring it, and it should be running at some point. Now, we're not sure, I don't know if they've really locked it down just yet, how much of this area is going to be continue forward as the locomotive area, but some of this area will probably be part of the event center, and certainly the area where the locomotive is will always be the shops for the locomotive.
Now, one of the things I've noticed is they did run some tracks from that locomotive over to the turntable, so I assume there's a plan.
And there's a plan to put in decorative tracks from the other stalls.
Oh, that would be cool.
I drove over from Denver.
So how many shows do you do a year?
Oh, about 9 to 12.
Wow.
My name is Jeff Pierce. I am president of the Rio Grande Modeling and Historical Society out of Salt Lake City, and I come to all the shows and sell our magazine, The Prospector, and Rio Grande branded t-shirts and hats.
These guys also put out a really great calendar every year.
Oh, exactly. We always grab a couple just because they're fun to have out. It's always fun to come to these train shows and just see all the various dealers that are out. I mean, they have something, a little something for everybody.
I always, find some treasure,
Yeah, this guy right here.
and then I regret not buying the treasure.
Yeah, but this one I bought from him before last year.
wanted this pencil sharpener that looks like a telephone. I passed on it. No, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way of things. Now, this guy also must be the king of date nails.
Oh,
He had, I don't know, well over 1,000 different date nails here.
oh my goodness.
And some of these other things, but most of these date nails are not out of railroad ties. A lot of them are out of railroad ties. Back in the day, without computers, the way they kept track of when they put something in was to drive a nail in there with the year on the end of the nail,
Yes.
so that they could figure out what year it was put in.
Well, that's a good idea.
Most of these are out of power poles or even telegraph poles.
Oh my.
Now this is Spring Creek model trains out of Nebraska. And they come, I think they said they do 24 different train shows every summer.
Wow, that's a lot.
They're just on the road all summer going from train show to train show. And they're traveling around. I was just kind of giving this the once over. I'll bet it's close to like $250,000 worth of inventory.
It looks like it.
And they travel around in a big truck that can hold all of this stuff, and they just go train show to train show.
Goodness.
And they have everything.
I can see that.
This is a dealer that I always look forward to seeing at some of the train shows, the Phoenix Model Buildings. And it's all laser cut stuff. This is a decrepit old passenger car that they do.
I got a laugh out of that. I usually end up doing that to my models.
But they do mostly structures, of course, as the name implies. But they're just really first class. I mean, look at the details.
I know. I wish I'd have known of them here back when I was doing a lot of my buildings.
And then because of the process, once they get these designed, they can do them in a lot of different scales.
Wow.
And so they're going all the way down now. They were threatening to go to T scale.
Oh, goodness.
But they have gone down to Z scale.
That's pretty small.
And then large scale. This is actually a Z-scale layout right here with some of their Z-scale buildings.
Right.
You lose track of that, but look at the controller.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That sort of betrays how tiny all this is.
Yeah, it comes with its own tweezers.
And then, of course, it would not be a train show if there weren't modular train layouts.
Of course.
This is the founders of the feast, the Hostlers. They do both this show and the Ogden show.
Right.
And they bring one of their layouts. And with modules, you never know. They just figure out how much square footage they have to work with and then figure out which modules they can bring. They set up those modules, bring a bunch of trains, and have fun running them for a few days.
It looks fun.
This is the Picado run they did about 13, 14 years ago.
This is a really interesting, this is a new group, South County O-Scalers, named because they're in the South County, which is to say Utah County.
Oh, okay.
It's a little confusing. But they are classic two-rail O-scale from like the 1950s and 60s when this was, one of the predominant ways to model trains. And so a lot of the equipment that they're running is older equipment from that era. But this particular consolidation here has been outfitted with a Blue Nami.
Oh, neat.
So it's battery operated with a Blue Nami board, and it all runs from a cell phone.
Oh, that's really cool.
So talk about a mixture of old school and new technology.
Well,
all in
there
one
you go.
place. Well, that was a tremendous amount of fun.
It sure was.
We look forward to this every single year.
Oh, we do.
And we hope that everyone watching looks forward to it every year. And so you wouldn't want to miss it.
No.
So if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe by clicking on the upcoming blue button. Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring. And we will see you here on Tuesday.
Right.
Because we're painting something.
Oh, dear.
Bye-bye.
Bye.